to Jurassic Park.
Hello everyone, I hope you're having a great day today. So today we are doing a Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom builds that are inspired by it, and doing a movie review as well. So I'll talk about the builds first in case you haven't actually watched it. So we are creating 2 dinosaur pens, one for the Triceratops and one for a T-rex, and we are also creating a version of the Innovation Centre that kind of is a mix between the old Jurassic Park one and the new one. And I did download some mods, well, some custom content dinosaurs just to add some bits in, and a sign and a couple of jeeps as well, just to make it look a bit more like Jurassic Park. So all the builds are set in Salvador Dorado and use a lot of the Jungle Adventures stuff, and we use some of the sculptures and stuff to make things like the DNA amber sort of spiral and stuff in the Innovation Centre, which we'll get to see, and also lots of fun foliage and everything. So I will get on to the review. I thought it was quite a solid film. There were some good points, there are some slightly more obvious points and stuff. So I might as well start with the start. So the bit before the logo, well, the title screen part, it was quite good. It kind of harked back to the old Jurassic Park. It's dark, it's wet, the dinosaurs are out there coming to get you, sort of thing. So I quite enjoyed the start, especially letting the giant, I can't remember what it's called, but the big sea one escape into the wild was quite fun. And I thought it was going to be sort of more in that tone throughout the film, but it was actually a lot lighter and a lot funnier than I thought it was going to be, because everything was making out that it was going to be a super scary film, and I was like, I only got jump scared once in the entire film, and that was by the little tiny dinosaurs that was supposed to be like, oh, Blue is coming, and it wasn't. It was just the tiny dinosaurs. After the actual main title screen, I felt like it took them quite a long time to actually get back to Isla Nublar, to get to the dinosaurs and stuff back. After we got to the island, it picked up quite a lot, and there's a lot of stuff going on, and obviously some of the scenes where there are quite a lot of dinosaurs, you could tell that it was CGI, but there was some interesting sort of camera angles and shots, especially when the new V-Raptor was coming down the building near the end and opening up the windows. That was a really fun and dynamic shot. Let me see. Some of the bad guys, I thought, like, you could tell who the bad guy was, like, straight away as soon as they pulled up to the big ominous British looking house that when they zoomed in was like, I was sure that's about 5 different National Trust places, which really off-put me, because they did mash quite a lot of different buildings together for that one building, which was a bit off-putting for me, but it didn't ruin it too much. But you can kind of tell that they were the bad guys, and you're like, why are you trusting them? They're not going to go and get your dinosaurs back for you. They're obviously working for the militarized thing that they set up in the last film, or something along the lines of that. And some of their henchmen were either like ridiculously stupid, or they were being like comedically used for comedic effect, because it was just like literally just people standing around waiting for them to be eaten or dead, and I couldn't really tell whether they were actually there for comedic effect or they were just being a bit ridiculous. I did like, however, Franklin Webb, who did make some funny scenes, and he was one of the two new sort of good guy characters. There was him and Zaya, and she kind of was quite a nice, strong female stuff, but she didn't have too much stuff to do throughout the movie except for like helping Blue and stuff. But I thought his reactions to stuff were very true to life, and probably what most people would actually feel like if they actually had to go and get the dinosaurs back, and they'd never really done that before. And also when they were on the island, I thought it was quite funny when Chris Pratt was trying to roll away from the lava. I thought that was quite a good scene, and using his comedic abilities to good full potential there. I was quite confused how they animated the lava better than some of the dinosaurs. I was just like, you can animate lava, but you cannot CGI a dinosaur and to look like it is actually there. Okay. And I did enjoy the scene in the mansion where they let the head-butting dinosaur out and the bodies were literally flying everywhere. That was a really great scene, especially as it broke the tension between the auction, and employing Toby Jones to do that role was perfect. He is a perfect bad guy. If you've not seen him do bad guy stuff and other stuff, go check his other bad guyness. He is always on point. I always forget how small he is as well, so that was quite funny. And him just, the raptor just smacking the lift and getting him eaten was a good comeuppance for that character as well. And it was quite strange how Owen and Claire's relationship was exactly the same as it was at the beginning of the last film. It's like nothing had really progressed. They went back to where they were, and then by the end again they were back together. So it was kind of, why did you make them get closer during the last film if you were just going to break them up again, which was a bit like going backwards and forwards a bit too much on their relationship. And Blue was used quite well, I think. It's just using him or her, I can't remember, using her to kill the dinosaur at the end. And I thought they might have used, because they said that Blue was the parent, so you would have thought they would have had a scene where she talked to the new half raptor dinosaur thing. So I was a bit confused in that, and also using the laser target system thing. They didn't really use that until the end to distract the dinosaur, which they probably could have used a bit earlier. And what else is there? I can't actually remember. The girl, that was quite, I didn't actually expect that to happen until you obviously saw the photo. That was quite a good reveal that she was not actually she is a real living girl, but she was created the same way the dinosaurs were, and that was quite interesting. And also it played into the fact that good old Jeff Goldblum, with his little cameo in the movie, telling them that sort of the next steps of how people be resurrected from the dead, and sort of foreshadowing that. I thought that was quite interesting, and whether that will play any part in the next movie, we will have to wait and see about that one, because obviously there was the big red "let's do another film or not" button. That was really obvious, like let's do another movie button, which was like, they should have just really killed all the dinosaurs off, because they're only gonna get sort of into more trouble. I suppose that's what they want to play on for the next film. I don't know how they're actually gonna do that, because they could either take it in two ways, kind of having the dinosaurs being nice and living with the humans, or they have loads of dinosaur attacks, so then they need to like capture them all back or something like that. I have no idea what they're actually going to do next. They didn't actually rely too much on the classic Moo, the song as well. I hope you enjoyed the meme version that I put at the beginning. They didn't use that until like the end credits, and like I think once during the film, and as well as the last one, it was kind of like using it quite a lot because obviously it's the park and they're bringing it back and want to tie it into the old films as well. I actually found the last sort of set piece where the dinosaur is kind of tricking the sort of setting up all its different skills, where he pretended to be dead and was sort of toying with us pretending to be asleep, as we knew that he was gonna wake up and kill the mercenary guy. And it was quite interesting exploring his ability of like tapping, and that I could have probably utilized that slightly more, but obviously we couldn't do that for time constraints and stuff like that. I think that's it. Like, that's it for my little review. I thought it was just as good as the last one. I'm not too sure which one I like better at the moment. I think they both have some good and different sort of qualities to them. Like obviously the last one was bringing the park back. We all knew the sort of situation of the park. I didn't know how much they would have gone into how it was at the last one, because obviously they're doing the same as Jurassic Park did, where the dinosaurs get out and go into sort of into the world, whereas they kind of contain that more into the house setting, and that was a lot more interesting. But I do always like the destruction of the park and kind of finding the wonder and stuff that's sort of the dinosaurs. And we didn't really need to know too much about the sort of political sort of angle on it. I don't think that was needed so much attention, because obviously if they had raised enough money, they probably could have sent their own guys instead of getting the bad guys to go in for themselves. I thought that was pretty good. Could have done with some more like jump scary moments. It wasn't as dark as they made out it to be, and I think that I could see what the next premise is, to whether it's been a good reboot or not. So I can go back to the build. So in the little innovation center, we made 2 science labs on each side. I just copied and pasted, and we used that massive sculpture from Get Together as a amber DNA swirl, Mr. DNA thing coming out of the center. And we do a shop and a cafe at the bottom, and this is on the big 64 by 64 lot in the main part of the Salvatorado sort of place where the market and stuff is. Also do a kids play area at the back, using the big Diplodocus as sort of a set piece, and using some of the play equipment to go like in and around it, just to make it like fun and kind of reflecting on the sort of Triceratops riding and stuff that they had in the first film. And there was quite a lot of like decals and posters that I could put up and use as information boards. So they kind of picked out images that were either dinosaur related, or they showed some of the different natural habitats that they might live in, and I've made a little raptor mural here in the shop because I thought that was quite funny. And also it was four different raptors that were in the, not the original film, but the reboot. And we also have quite a lot of stuff for kids to interact with, because obviously in the main park itself they had like fossil like excavation sites and little like chemistry stuff, so I added the chemistry set, and we've got some creative tables. I also popped a load of archaeology tables and stuff about, so you could go there and excavate your own finds, and lots of jungle adventure stuff worked really well, especially for like demonstrating some old like prehistoric well, they wouldn't be prehistoric, but like old like carvings and stuff of the different foods they ate or some stuff like that. So this is the little play park I was talking about. We also do a little outdoor eating area by scaling up the awnings that you get from Jungle Adventures as well, and putting those together, and then doing a little barbecue area by using the bins and putting some of the rustic seating and stuff. I did enjoy building all these because it was something really different and fun to do, and I think it'd be quite funny if you did a whole Jurassic World series of turning Salvadorado into a massive park, except you'd have to change like some of your Sims into dinosaurs or something, or they should do like a onesie for kids. I think one of the kids have a dinosaur onesie or something like that, and you dress them up and pretend they're raptors coming to chase after you, which would be quite funny, and it'd be quite a funny let's play to do. Like, let's play Jungle Jurassic Park Adventure. And because I built this on the diagonal, I had to use the triangle version of the stairs, so it took me a while to get all the paving and stuff in, and we mixed it up as well by putting a few different layers and stuff, and I added a lot of the sort of pillars and sculptures about the place as well, just to make it look like it's been there for quite a long time, and it's all nice and lavishly foliage everywhere, just to get that jungly theme going. I do like doing a jungle build because all the like greenery goes really well together, and you don't have to actually put too much of it about to give you a real sense of being in the jungle. And here are the screenshots. So I hope you enjoyed the build and enjoyed the movie as well, and if you thought anything different, anything that I missed out that you thought was good, bad or indifferent in the film, then feel free to let me know in the comments, and hopefully I will see you in the next one. Bye.